35-year-old from Southern California with a chance to completely change the course of her career. 68 yesterday, and this tee shot at 15.
This par 3 today playing really difficult. So that pin's only cut 4 from the left. Playing 155. That's a great shot there.
Is to pay it off and get it to 6 under par. Played at UCLA, a USGA champion in 2011. This was her second at the 17th.
Another really nice swing there from Brianna. That's what's been a big challenge for these players the first day.
Can you see the Bruins there on the yardage book still repping UCLA? And for a dozen years looking for her first victory. The Goose from Russian, Natalia Guseva. Third shot at the par 5 fifth. She would have that tap in to get to 4 under par. Sarah Kemp with just a harrowing injury last summer, and she's come all the way back, and she's playing some good golf.
Yeah, fair play to Kempe. She's been out on tour for a long time. Battled that injury last year, which was a freak accident, really, and great to see her back on the golf course. She's very excited to get back out here. And
a tie for 12th. Here's Caroline Inglis from the Portland area. Is to get it to even.
This hole's playing really difficult today.
Yeah, she's solid. She's just in her second year on tour. Really had a good rookie campaign. You know, a lot of rookies just wonder if they can keep their card, and she easily did that.
Take you to the other side of the golf course, and this is Brianna Doe leading it by 1. Second shot at the second. You never know.
I think Mel, it shocks everyone that she hasn't done so far. That's back-to-back birdies.
Yeah, absolutely, Kay. I think it's only a matter of time before she's in the winner's circle. She's just too good. You know, Brianna said in her interview yesterday that she's just excited for the opportunity this week. She didn't know she was going to get in this event, and she wants to take advantage of it, and she's doing just that right now.
Just finished up her freshman season at the University of Arkansas, and one of the 8 from Mexico in the field. You see the colors that she's wearing, in a beautiful shot in here to 15.
That is a good shot. The wind is just hammering it off the right there.
Mel, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. She's on the closely mown area, can get good contact, just has to deal with some left to right movement on the green.
How did you know?
She read that pretty well.
Kind of stopped me in my tracks, to be honest. The sound that she makes, the compression that she has, she's such a powerful player. And I watched her for a little bit. I think that's probably one of the biggest compliments you can get from player to player. So she's a fantastic player, and she's going to do amazing things on the LPGA for sure.
But this putt, 25-footer, slightly downhill initially, then flattens out. Little right to left.
Oh, you certainly do.
This would be a nice up and down. Yeah, for hedging, she stays 5 under. You got a lot of players looking for a first LPGA Tour title. At the 15th, her 6th of the day.
Wind off the right. She loves to draw the golf ball. Nice approach there. Landed a little bit softer than I thought she was expecting.
This is our leader on day 2 of this inaugural Mexico Riviera Maya Open at Mayakoba. From Los Angeles, Brianna Doe.
See if she can judge the lie out of the rough there. I'd say that was pretty good. Pin's back right today.
Some are literally out of it. There have been 5 WDs already this week. Here's Emily Pedersen. And she'll need to play well here down the stretch to make the cut. That'll help.
Definitely one of the most talented players out here. Emily, a good friend of mine. I like the way she's looking there with the long putter. She like the look of that putt as well. Nice birdie on 3 there.
The Goose at 10.
Gripping down on this wedge and just a real little half shot. Love that.
Windy conditions, Brianna. Anna Nordquist.
Familiar fist pump there from Anna. This is something she's worked incredibly hard at in the off-season. That's paying dividends.
Just
good birdie there.
Intense passion too. She really. You talk about how hard she works. This is something she desperately wants, an LPGA victory. She's won everywhere else. Third shot at the par 5.
Pin all the way back there, 21 on. Pretty much dead center. Not much room behind that. That's really well judged. It's always difficult with back pin.
Coming off the shortly cut grass, she might be a little conservative with this putt. Simple for Guseva with all the strength she has, and this is an easy putt, uphill, not much movement. Oh, she didn't give it a chance.
First player from Russia to earn her LPGA membership. Up ahead at the 13th. Great approach at the par 5 from Sarah Kemp. This to get it to even par.
Yeah, she judged that approach shot really nicely. Wanted to take advantage of it. One just slips by. She played that pretty well, you know. She went kind of a medium.
This is a promising rookie from Korea. Came off the KLPGA, Ina Yoon.
It's a good putt there. That looked good the whole way.
A sand wedge in hand. Wants to land this short left of the flag, ideally. Man, just, I think, got under that one a little bit.
Olivia Cowan has this for par at 16.
Would have been a nice par, wouldn't it? It's one of them holes 16 that even when you par it, you almost feel like you've birdied it. That's how difficult it's playing.
Toughest hole yesterday. Brianna Doe trying to get here in 2. It's one you feel like you got to take advantage of, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this golf course is playing very tricky. You've got to take advantage of these par 5s. They're very gettable. It's one of them you walk on the tee, you think, right, I have to birdie this hole at worst, otherwise I'm kind of falling back.
Hagen, 4 par, back uphill. Oh, what a 4!
Wow.
I mean, she was looking like potentially bogey or double and scratches out a par. Knocked on the door at a couple tournaments.
Nicely done. In fact, yeah, she had a putt to get into a playoff at Palos Verdes, where Nelly Korda outlasted Ryan O'Toole by the IGF. But Guseva, what a talent. Just like Maria Fassi from Mexico, needs this to go. She knew it, didn't she? She knows it's possible.
Hold off rescue there. It's a really well judged shot there from Kempe. She had a beautiful drive down there. Just be a wedge in hand for Olivia. Very gettable pin position today. She just showed that. Great shot in there.
Give away an opportunity to pick up a shot. This for a 2-putt birdie.
It's well done there.
Could be something special.
Yeah, I like the look that she's got there with the long putter.
Send some to the booth.
This would. This would be a good spot for your booth, by the way.
Love it.
Oh yes!
Maria! Vamos!
Her father sitting alongside me. He's just gone bananas with that going in. Wonderful passion from the family who's out watching.
Didn't get a lot out of her driver, so has 173 yards for the second. Pulled that a little. Seemed a little, took a little extra time and was a bit indecisive with the club.
Olivia Cowan, brilliant approach. Yeah. Dad's an English golf pro, grew up in Hamburg, Germany. Just limited status most of these last dozen years, but leading by 3. Elizabeth Zokel, playing with a couple of European Solheim Cup stalwarts. Elizabeth Zokel for birdie.
Just seeing that time and time again. greenkeepers are going to have to be a little conscious of mowing these greens because of the wind, and so they're a little bit slower than what the players are used to. A little bit more room for error, I should say. There's not as much expectation.
Whoa.
She is hammered that. Difficult 6th hole.
Wow. Is it her week?
You never know.
Right inside the cut line at the moment. Afternoon wave has just begun to tee off. Oh, goodness. Ina, almost in.
Let's see what she can do here. She's got to take the high route. Okay, soft on her. That was a really difficult shot. Downhill lie, pin off the left.
First page, that's Jenny Shin, who actually is teeing off in the next few minutes. Olivia Cowan for birdie. So the afternoon wave teeing off. Olivia in the last group of the morning wave. And in good position. You got Brianna way out in front there by 3.
You're almost slam dunking it. This is a great opportunity on the tough 15th hole to make a birdie.
Yeah. Talented player looking for a fresh start. All right, Hedge and Choice scrambling yet again.
A gap wedge in hand, trying to get this in tight. Oh, she does. Really good.
We check in with Brianna Doe at the par 5 7th, leading it by 3.
She's in unfamiliar territory. It's Brianna Doe, but she's handling herself very, very well. Another perfect wedge shot there.
Tee shot right down the pipe, as you said. Ruffles a bogey putt, Kay.
This would be her first birdie since the 8th hole. And how about that? Like you said, how about coming out of those last 3 holes even par?
Wow.
That was a good putt. She misread that one.
Yeah, that's her caddy, Tom Kalinowski, longtime instructor for Brianna, and instructor for a number of.
Yeah, coming back off the tee here. Doesn't have a driver in the back. Has the mini driver. This may not be the mini driver. High draw, and it's in really good shape.
T79, as you see down there next to her score. Here she is at 14.
See if she can self-correct that miss to the right. And taking this down the left-hand side.
Coach is in Korea, so she has to do a lot of video work. And
6 from the left. Coming out of the rough. Just trying to hit this solidly, as straight as possible. Yeah, I think she just missed the center of the club by a titch. Hadrian with that tee shot has a 6-iron in hand, wind hurting. This green is perched up, so it plays slightly elevated.
All right, so an eagle putt coming up for Fossey. This is Gabby Ruffles for birdie. Nice bounce
how
back.
about that? That's her first birdie since the 7th hole, her first on the back 9, and yes, erases the mistake at 13. Yeah, just outside 3 feet. Oh, rattles that baby in there with total confidence.
At least into lunchtime here for you, and we'll see what happens this afternoon. Tee shot into the penalty area, 3rd to here. Okay. Can live with that one, right?
She hit that pretty high, aggressive line.
I'll say.
And boy, did that pay off.
And that would mean so much to Maria.
Love it. Yeah, she knew it. This was a big finish for her.
Very gritty finish for Maria. Struggled yesterday, was struggling the whole way round, and then
capitalize on that beautiful iron. Left to right break. Might have bobbled a little bit at the start, but never got that high enough.
She's making a little bit of a mess of this. That's a rough finish for our leader. Bogey double.
Was it at 6th or 7 that she had a putt to go up by 4 that she just missed?
7.
Mel is 48 deep, but it kind of sits at an angle, and it comes off as being a bit shallow because of the diagonal that it sits on. That was a wedge.
That's what Gusev did last year. Ryan O'Toole up and down. It's going to give her a couple of weekend tee times. Here is Hedge and Choice, 3rd at 16.
Chipping from hole high left, and that just grabbed immediately. She thought she was hitting more of a little pitch and trundle. Kind of a little mini double breaker here for Gabby. Plenty of speed.
Okay.
Nice the flagstick was in the way to assist on that one.
Coming off the Epson Tour, believing that that is a great barometer for an aspiring LPGA player, from 10 to 15 spots. But those last 5 don't get into very many events. Their status isn't as good as 1 through 10. So she hasn't played much, but so she'll have that for par. The 9th, we're at 16, the par for Choi.
Boy, she dug deep for that one.
The whole back 9 she's dug deep. Trying to stay that way at the 9th. How about that? From China.
This green pretty narrow where they've cut the flag today. This looks very good indeed. Could be a perfect par save there, yeah.
113. Playing downwind. Probably playing more like a 100-yard shot. Gap wedge. Good line. And he may help with a little bit with the wind direction. But she's doing it all on the putting green herself.
Her mom won an NCAA team title and an individual title in tennis. Lauren Hartledge comes from good stock as well. Her mom, Kim, a fine college player in her own right. Hartledge tied for 60th. That was a good time for a great shot. Brilliant tee shot from Lauren Hartledge at the 15th. Oh dear.
That was not her best effort. Opportunity wasted there.
Got into the final group on Sunday at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship last year. Bailey Tardy for birdie at 17 needs it.
Certainly does. Got my old caddy Greg Duncan on the bag. That'll go a long way. One more.
Work with. Maybe land it a third to the half of the way on and let it release. Ooh, that actually sat down really softly.
This 18th hole is one of them where you just grip it and rip it. Everybody's picking up shots in this 18th hole. That will set her up nicely. Right hand side of the fairway.
Got 39 players.
Pretty straightforward shot. 6 paces to the front, 22 on. Pretty good line.
To tie the lead. That was a good run.
Didn't sound really solid. Almost maybe a quasi-decel there. Yeah, and that probably feels like another bogey as well.
To be honest with you, Kay, I think she's lucky to get out the last 7 holes and just 1 over. She's on the birdie train.
A big finish for Gabby. And she is just 1 shot off the lead at the moment.